What is body scanning meditation? Hi, I hope you are doing well. Today, as usual, you will join your Motivation University with the usual intimacy. Today, we are talking about body scanning meditation. We hope to reveal many very important and wonderful facts about body scanning meditation in this video. We invite you to stay with your Motivation University until the last few seconds of this special video. Body scanning meditation offers a powerful gateway to self-awareness, helping you reconnect with your physical self while cultivating a deeper understanding of your emotional landscape. This mindfulness practice serves as a foundational element in the journey of self-discovery through reflective practices, ultimately enhancing your sense of identity and motivation. By systematically directing attention through your body, this meditation technique allows you to observe physical sensations without judgment, creating space for insights about how your physical and emotional states intertwine. Research demonstrates that regular body scanning practice leads to improved stress management, enhanced emotional regulation, better sleep quality, and a more grounded sense of self, all critical components for sustainable motivation and personal growth. Body scanning meditation represents a specific form of mindfulness practice that involves systematically paying attention to different parts of your body, one section at a time. Unlike other meditation techniques that might focus primarily on breath or visualizations, body scanning is uniquely centered on physical sensations throughout your entire body. During this practice, you mentally scan from head to toe or toe to head, noticing any sensations present without attempting to change or judge them. These sensations might include tingling, warmth, coolness, pressure, pulsing, tightness, or even the absence of sensation in certain areas. The practice originated as a core component of the mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR) program developed by Jon Kabat-Zinn in the 1970s. Though Kabat-Zinn popularized this meditation technique within Western healthcare settings, the foundational concepts have deep roots in Buddhist contemplative traditions dating back centuries. What makes body scanning particularly accessible is that it requires no special equipment or extensive training to begin, simply your attention and a willingness to observe your physical experience with curiosity. When you practice body scanning meditation, you're engaging in a process that bridges the often disconnected relationship between mind and body. This disconnection commonly occurs in our fast-paced modern lives, where you might spend hours focused on external tasks, digital screens, or abstract thoughts, while paying little attention to your physical self. The meditation serves as an intentional pause, an opportunity to check in with your body and recognize how it carries information about your emotional state, stress levels, and overall well-being. As a reflective practice, body scanning sits at an interesting intersection. It's simultaneously a mindfulness technique, a somatic therapy tool, and a self-awareness exercise. What distinguishes it from simply relaxing is the quality of attention you bring to the experience. Rather than zoning out, you're actually zoning in, bringing deliberate, non-judgmental awareness to physical sensations that might otherwise go unnoticed. This practice encourages you to become an observer of your experience rather than being fused with it, creating valuable psychological space between sensation and reaction. When you engage in body scanning meditation, you're participating in a profound form of self-discovery. Your body holds a wealth of information about your emotional state, stress patterns, and even unresolved experiences that have shaped your identity. By mindfully connecting with your physical sensations, you gain access to this bodily wisdom that often operates below conscious awareness. This increased somatic awareness becomes a cornerstone of authentic self-knowledge, understanding not just what you think about yourself intellectually, but how you experience yourself physically. The connection between physical sensations and emotional states is well established. When you feel anxious, your body might respond with a racing heart or tightness in your chest. When you're angry, you might notice heat rising in your face or tension in your jaw. By regularly practicing body scanning, you develop the ability to recognize these physical manifestations earlier, giving you greater insight into your emotional landscape. This heightened awareness creates space between stimulus and response, allowing you to make more conscious choices about how you express emotions rather than being controlled by them. Your body also carries imprints of your life experiences, both joyful and challenging. Trauma researchers have demonstrated how significant events can become stored in the body, manifesting as chronic tension or discomfort. Through consistent body scanning practice, you may begin to notice patterns of tension that reveal aspects of your history and how they've shaped your current identity. This doesn't mean body scanning is a replacement for trauma therapy, but it can complement therapeutic work by increasing your capacity for self-regulation and interoceptive awareness. Furthermore, body scanning meditation challenges the cultural tendency to identify primarily with thoughts rather than embodied experience. In many Western societies, there's an implicit hierarchy that values cognitive processes over physical sensations. Regular body scanning practice can help rebalance this perspective, reminding you that you are not just a thinking being, but a fully integrated mind-body system. This more holistic self-concept can lead to profound shifts in how you understand your identity and make decisions aligned with your complete self rather than just your analytical mind. Starting a body scanning meditation practice requires minimal preparation, but can yield significant benefits for your self-awareness journey. To begin, find a comfortable position where you can remain still for the duration of your practice. Many practitioners prefer lying down on a yoga mat or comfortable surface, though you can also practice sitting in a chair if that better suits your body's needs. The key is finding a position where you can relax without falling asleep, allowing your attention to remain alert while your body settles. Once positioned comfortably, close your eyes if that feels right for you, and begin by taking a few deep, nourishing breaths to signal to your nervous system that it's time to shift into a more receptive state. Feel the natural rhythm of your breath without trying to control it. Notice how your body moves with each inhalation and exhalation. Perhaps your chest expands, your abdomen rises and falls, or your shoulders gently lift and lower. These initial moments of breath awareness help anchor your attention in the present moment before you begin the systematic body scan. Now, bring your attention to either the top of your head or your toes, depending on which direction you prefer to scan, top down or bottom up. Both approaches are equally effective. If starting from the top, notice any sensations present in your scalp, perhaps tingling, warmth, pressure, or maybe no noticeable sensation at all. Whatever you experience is perfectly fine. You're simply observing without needing to change anything. Spend about 20-30 seconds with this area before moving your attention to your forehead, then your eyes, cheeks, jaw, and so on. As you continue moving through each body part, maintain an attitude of curious observation. You might notice areas of tension, discomfort, or unusual sensations. Rather than immediately trying to fix these sensations, simply acknowledge them with friendly awareness. You might silently note, "There's tightness in my shoulders," or "I feel a pulsing sensation in my left temple." This labeling helps strengthen your ability to stay present with sensations without becoming entangled in stories about them. If your mind wanders, which is entirely normal, gently guide your attention back to the body part you were exploring. When you encounter areas of persistent discomfort or tension, you might experiment with breathing into that area, imagining the breath flowing directly to that spot. This doesn't force relaxation, but often creates space around the sensation, allowing it to shift naturally. Remember that the goal isn't to feel a particular way, but rather to develop your capacity for non-judgmental awareness of whatever is present in your experience. Complete the scan by bringing awareness to your body as a whole, noticing how it feels in its entirety. Take a moment to appreciate the time you've dedicated to this practice of self-connection. When you're ready, gently wiggle your fingers and toes, take a deeper breath, and slowly open your eyes if they were closed, bringing this awareness with you as you transition back to your daily activities. The effectiveness of body scanning meditation isn't just subjective, it's supported by growing neuroscientific evidence. When you engage in this practice regularly, you're actually reshaping neural pathways in ways that enhance your self-awareness and emotion regulation capabilities. Functional MRI studies have shown that mindfulness practices like body scanning activate the insula, a brain region critical for interoceptive awareness, the ability to sense your body's internal state, while simultaneously reducing activity in the default mode network, which is associated with mind wandering and self-referential thinking. This shift in brain activity helps explain why you might feel more centered and less caught up in rumination after a body scan session. By strengthening your interoceptive awareness through regular practice, you're developing what neuroscientists call present-moment neural networks, patterns of brain activity that support your ability to stay grounded in current experience rather than being pulled into past regrets or future worries. This neurological rebalancing forms a crucial foundation for motivation that comes from authentic self-knowledge rather than external pressure or avoidance of discomfort. Your autonomic nervous system also responds positively to body scanning meditation. Research shows that regular practice helps shift your nervous system from sympathetic dominance, fight or flight mode, toward more parasympathetic activation, rest and digest mode. This physiological rebalancing creates an internal environment conducive to clearer thinking, emotional regulation, and more deliberate choices. You might notice that after several weeks of consistent practice, you naturally recover more quickly from stressful events and maintain a more even-keeled emotional state throughout your day. Interestingly, studies using electroencephalography, EEG, have demonstrated that experienced meditators show increased gamma wave activity during body scanning practices. Gamma waves are associated with moments of insight, heightened awareness, and the integration of information across different brain regions. This suggests that as you develop your body scanning practice, you're not just relaxing but actively enhancing your brain's capacity for complex processing and holistic understanding. Cognitive skills that are essential for navigating challenges with creativity and resilience. Body scanning meditation offers profound benefits for your journey of self-discovery, which in turn fuels authentic motivation. One of the most immediate benefits you'll likely notice is increased awareness of how stress manifests in your body. Perhaps tension accumulates in your shoulders during challenging work situations, or anxiety creates a fluttering sensation in your stomach before important conversations. By recognizing these physical warning signs earlier, you gain valuable information about your emotional state before it overwhelms you. This heightened body awareness allows you to implement self-care strategies proactively rather than reactively. Sleep quality often improves significantly with regular body scanning practice. Many practitioners report falling asleep more easily and experiencing deeper, more restorative rest. This occurs because the practice helps deactivate the hypervigilant thinking patterns that commonly interfere with sleep onset. By methodically releasing tension throughout your body and bringing awareness to physical sensations rather than mental activity, you're essentially retraining your nervous system to downshift into a more restful state. Better sleep directly enhances your motivation levels by ensuring your brain and body have the recovery time needed for optimal functioning. The practice also fosters greater emotional intelligence, your ability to recognize, understand, and manage emotions effectively. As you become more attuned to the physical manifestations of different emotional states, you naturally develop a more nuanced emotional vocabulary. Rather than broadly categorizing experiences as simply good or bad, you might start noticing the subtle differences between nervousness and excitement, or between contentment and joy. This emotional granularity helps you navigate relationships more skillfully and make decisions that honor the full spectrum of your emotional experience. Perhaps most relevant to motivation is how body scanning meditation helps you develop a more compassionate relationship with yourself. Many people struggle with harsh self-criticism or internalized perfectionism that undermines their motivation over time. The non-judgmental awareness cultivated during body scanning gradually extends to how you relate to your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. You may find yourself naturally adopting a kinder, more understanding stance toward your perceived limitations or setbacks. This self-compassion doesn't diminish your drive for growth. Rather, it creates a secure psychological foundation from which authentic motivation can flourish. The practice also enhances your capacity for focused attention, a crucial component of motivation and goal achievement. In a world of constant distractions, the ability to direct and sustain attention has become increasingly valuable. Body scanning systematically strengthens this mental muscle by giving you regular opportunities to notice when your mind has wandered and gently return it to your intended focus. This improved attentional control transfers to other areas of life, helping you stay engaged with important tasks and resist the pull of less meaningful distractions. When you practice body scanning meditation consistently, you're not just developing a skill, you're actively shaping your identity. Your sense of self is profoundly influenced by how you experience your physical body and the meanings you attach to those experiences. Many people in modern society develop a disconnected or even adversarial relationship with their bodies, viewing them as objects to be controlled or improved rather than as integral aspects of their being. Body scanning offers an alternative perspective, an opportunity to experience your body as a source of wisdom and a worthy recipient of kind attention. Through regular practice, you may notice shifts in how you conceptualize your identity. Rather than defining yourself primarily through external achievements or social roles, you might begin incorporating somatic awareness into your self-concept. This more embodied identity allows for greater authenticity in how you express yourself and make choices. When asked about who you are, your internal response might include not just what you do or think, but also how you physically experience the world. The way certain activities make you feel energized, how you respond to different environments, or the unique patterns of tension and ease in your body. Body scanning meditation also helps you recognize the impermanence of physical and emotional states, which can lead to a more flexible sense of identity. As you observe sensations arising and passing away during your practice, you develop first-hand understanding that no experience, pleasant or unpleasant, lasts forever. This insight can be profoundly liberating, especially if you've previously identified strongly with particular emotional or physical conditions. You may find yourself thinking, "I'm experiencing anxiety," rather than "I am an anxious person," creating psychological space that allows for greater choice in how you respond to challenging situations. Furthermore, the practice supports the development of boundaries, both internal and interpersonal. As you become more attuned to subtle signals from your body, you'll likely become more aware of when you feel comfortable or uncomfortable in different situations. These physical cues provide valuable information about your needs and limits. Perhaps you notice tension arising during certain conversations, signaling that a boundary is being crossed. Or maybe you recognize a sensation of expansion and ease when engaged in activities aligned with your values. This embodied understanding of boundaries contributes to a more coherent and authentic sense of self. The journey from increased self-awareness through body scanning to enhanced motivation follows a natural progression. When you're more attuned to your physical and emotional states, you gain crucial information about what genuinely energizes and depletes you. This awareness helps you distinguish between activities that provide sustainable motivation versus those that rely on external pressure or fear-based motivation, which typically diminishes over time. Through body scanning, you develop the ability to recognize the subtle physical signals of authentic engagement, perhaps a sense of warmth in your chest or a pleasant alertness throughout your body when involved in meaningful work. Body scanning meditation also helps you identify and release unnecessary tension that might be draining your motivational resources. Many people unconsciously hold chronic tension in various muscle groups, perhaps clenching their jaw, hunching their shoulders, or tightening their abdomen throughout the day. This persistent muscle activation consumes significant energy that could otherwise be directed toward purposeful activities. By regularly practicing body scanning, you develop the habit of checking in with your body and releasing tension, thereby conserving energy for what truly matters to you. This energy conservation directly translates to greater motivational capacity and reduced likelihood of burnout. The practice enhances your ability to stay present with discomfort without immediately seeking escape, which strengthens your resilience when facing challenges. Motivation often falters when we encounter obstacles or uncomfortable emotions associated with growth. During body scanning, you practice staying with sensations, even unpleasant ones, with curious attention rather than aversion. This cultivated capacity for being with, rather than running from discomfort transfers to goal pursuit, allowing you to maintain motivation through inevitable difficulties. You become less likely to abandon important projects at the first sign of struggle, because you've developed the skill of acknowledging discomfort without being derailed by it. Furthermore, body scanning meditation creates space between stimulus and response, allowing for more intentional choices rather than habitual reactions. This expanded choice point is essential for sustained motivation. When confronted with setbacks or distractions, the awareness you've developed through body scanning helps you notice your automatic tendencies without immediately acting on them. Perhaps you typically respond to criticism by withdrawing effort, or to stress by procrastinating. With enhanced self-awareness, you can recognize these patterns as they begin to emerge physiologically, pause to consider alternative responses, and choose actions aligned with your deeper values and goals. Regular body scanning practice also promotes balanced emotional regulation, which underpins sustainable motivation. Excessive emotional reactivity, whether positive or negative, can deplete your motivational resources over time. By cultivating non-judgmental awareness of physical sensations associated with emotions, you develop a more even-keeled emotional landscape that supports consistent effort, rather than erratic bursts of activity followed by exhaustion. This balanced approach to emotions doesn't mean suppressing feelings, but rather experiencing them fully while maintaining perspective on their transient nature. The result is a more sustainable motivational state, less vulnerable to emotional highs and lows. Incorporating body scanning meditation into your daily routine doesn't require dramatic lifestyle changes. Even brief practices can yield significant benefits when done consistently. Consider starting with just 5 minutes each morning before getting out of bed or in the evening as you prepare for sleep. These transition points often provide natural opportunities for practice without requiring additional time in your schedule. As you become more familiar with the technique, you might extend the duration gradually or add a midday session to reset your nervous system during particularly demanding days. To support your practice, you might utilize guided recordings, especially when beginning. Numerous free resources are available online and through meditation apps that offer body scan meditations ranging from 5 minutes to 45 minutes in length. These guided sessions can help maintain focus and provide helpful language for relating to different sensations. As you develop familiarity with the practice, you might transition to self-guided sessions, personalizing the pace and focus to address your specific needs and interests. Throughout your day, you can implement mini body scans during routine activities. For instance, while waiting in line or during a brief work break, take 30 seconds to scan from head to toe, noticing any areas of tension and consciously releasing them. These micro practices reinforce the mind-body connection and prevent tension from accumulating to uncomfortable levels. You might set gentle reminders on your phone or associate the practice with specific triggers in your environment, such as walking through doorways or stopping at traffic lights. Body scanning can be particularly beneficial during challenging emotional states. When you notice yourself becoming anxious, frustrated, or overwhelmed, taking a moment to scan your body provides valuable information about how the emotion is manifesting physically. This awareness creates a momentary pause in which you can respond thoughtfully rather than react automatically. With practice, this becomes an invaluable self-regulation tool that helps you navigate difficult situations while maintaining alignment with your deeper values and intentions. To sustain motivation for the practice itself, consider keeping a simple journal noting observations from your body scanning sessions. You might track patterns of tension, connections between physical sensations and emotional states, or changes in your overall body awareness over time. This reflective component deepens the benefits of the practice and provides encouraging evidence of your progress, even when changes feel subtle. Additionally, connecting with others who practice meditation, whether through local groups or online communities, can provide support and accountability that helps maintain consistency. As you develop your body scanning practice, you'll likely encounter various challenges, all of which are normal parts of the learning process. One of the most common difficulties is mind wandering. During the scan, you may suddenly realize that your attention has drifted from body sensations to planning tomorrow's activities or replaying past conversations. This is entirely natural and doesn't indicate failure. In fact, noticing that your mind has wandered is a moment of awareness and an opportunity to practice the essential skill of gently returning attention to your intended focus without self-criticism. Each time you recognize wandering and redirect your attention, you're strengthening your mindfulness muscle. Another challenge might be encountering uncomfortable sensations or emotions during your practice. Body scanning sometimes reveals tension, pain, or discomfort that was previously outside your awareness. Additionally, difficult emotions might surface as you bring attention to areas of the body where these feelings manifest physically. If this occurs, remember that the goal isn't to eliminate these sensations, but to develop a different relationship with them. You might experiment with imagining your breath flowing into uncomfortable areas or adjusting your position slightly while maintaining awareness. If sensations become overwhelming, it's perfectly acceptable to shift your attention to a neutral or pleasant area of the body temporarily. Restlessness or impatience may arise, particularly when beginning the practice. Our culture often values constant productivity, making it challenging to justify just sitting with bodily sensations. If you notice thoughts like, "This is a waste of time," or physical fidgetiness, consider them as interesting objects of awareness rather than truths requiring action. Observe the restlessness itself. How does it feel in your body? Where specifically do you notice it? By bringing curious attention to the experience of restlessness, you transform what might seem like an obstacle into an opportunity for deeper self-understanding. Some practitioners report difficulty sensing certain parts of their body or distinguishing between different sensations. If you find that some areas seem blank or inaccessible to your awareness, approach this with patient curiosity rather than frustration. Body awareness develops gradually, and areas that initially seem disconnected often become more perceptible with continued practice. You might try bringing slightly more deliberate attention to these areas, or introducing gentle movement before focusing on sensation. Remember that not feeling particular sensations is itself a valid experience worthy of notice. Consistency in practice can be challenging amid busy schedules and competing priorities. If you find your practice becoming irregular, consider what might support greater consistency. Perhaps a shorter daily practice would be more sustainable than longer sessions less frequently. You might explore different times of day to find when you're most receptive to the practice. Some people benefit from accountability partners or setting clear intentions about how body scanning supports their broader goals. Above all, approach inconsistency with self-compassion. Each return to practice is an affirmation of your commitment to self-awareness rather than evidence of failure. Body scanning meditation offers a powerful pathway to enhanced self-awareness, integrated identity, and sustainable motivation. Through this practice, you develop the ability to recognize how your physical experience shapes your emotional landscape and decision-making processes. Rather than living predominantly in abstract thought, you learn to honor the wisdom of your body and incorporate somatic awareness into your understanding of who you are. This embodied self-knowledge provides a solid foundation for motivation that emerges from authentic values rather than external pressures or fear-based reactivity. As you continue your body scanning practice, you'll likely notice its effects rippling through various aspects of your life. The quality of your attention may shift, becoming more focused yet flexible. Your emotional resilience might increase, with greater capacity to stay present during challenging experiences without becoming overwhelmed. Relationships often benefit from the enhanced self-awareness and emotional regulation that body scanning cultivates. Even your relationship with motivation itself may transform, moving from effortful striving toward a more natural alignment with activities that genuinely energize and fulfill you. Remember that, like any meaningful skill, developing proficiency in body scanning meditation takes time and patience. The benefits unfold gradually, through consistent practice rather than immediate transformation. Approach each session with curiosity about your present experience rather than expectation of particular outcomes. In doing so, you'll discover that the practice itself becomes a microcosm of self-discovery, an ongoing exploration of how you relate to experiences as they arise moment by moment. This exploratory approach, when extended to other areas of life, fosters a sustainable motivation rooted in genuine interest and engagement rather than obligation. Body scanning meditation reminds you that motivation doesn't require disconnecting from discomfort or constantly seeking pleasant states. Instead, it invites you to fully inhabit your experience, comfortable and uncomfortable alike, while maintaining the awareness that all sensations are temporary. This balanced perspective allows you to pursue meaningful goals with both dedication and flexibility, responding to challenges with resourcefulness rather than rigidity. By regularly returning to the simple yet profound practice of scanning your body with kind attention, you cultivate the self-awareness that serves as the foundation for authentic motivation and purposeful living. If you haven't watched the 5-minute reflection rituals video on the card on the right, I invite you to watch it too. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, please subscribe. If you like the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to share this video with others. We'll see you again tomorrow with a video like this. Until then, stay tuned with your Motivation University. Have a nice day. Bye.